It's like, you want to take me down, I'm going to take you down a low percent too. Luckily, not falling out or anything, and
it almost worked out.
Very
it was
close.
Incredibly close.
He was looking very good in that game too there with that pit. But unfortunately, LingLing with his composure and his ability to play doubles, man, I'm telling you, he's just such a ridiculous doubles player.
I think that one instance really goes to show just how competent he is in teams, how he's able to clutch things out in the 1v1. He's able to keep all of his options available regardless of the pressure. We'll see how well he can bring this in as they're coming into grand finals from Losers side.
As we predicted before, getting that run back right on this. Now, I actually hope that we get that, what you said before, that we get that reset into the bracket, because the set that they played before was so good at the start until Light and Don went off. Well, Don went off in Game 3, but Light and Don went off and kind of sealed it out. And once again, we're going to get juked.
Yep, we got tricked.
And
we have been deceived even.
So, for those of you who don't know, for the most part today, we've had at least 4 rounds where people have started and then paused on us a couple seconds into the round. So, gentlemen's clause, these guys are just going to, like, hey, it's okay, little button issue. Don looked like he had to reset his controller, and nobody's losing stock in the process. We don't do that around here.
Yep, they're keeping it classy. They're going right back into the action, and the action it is. Damage building up on all sides right off the bat. Once again, as we saw from these two playing, there's not a lot of stage control, and it's Don going off on the right-hand side of the field that allows first blood to be broken.
Don refusing to let Ling use his float and get some stage positioning, kind of bait him out into what he can do. Like, no, I'm just gonna throw out a raw fair. Like, at that point, he has to jump, because when you're in float, you can't you can't really commit to anything else. So he was forced to take that for the most part, other than try and trade.
Right.
And if Don's gonna end up playing the same way he did in the last set, I don't know how I feel too well about blue team's chances, but getting a little overcommittal, trying to get that gimp on the upwards part of Climb Hazard, and gonna eat a stock for it. And just like that, Light's going to lose the stock too. And all of a sudden, we have a stock lead back for blue team.
Yeah, but it's a very slight one, as Ralphie's looking hurt at 125%. And both Light and Don hot on his heels looking to take it. Ralphie's not able to snipe the stock just yet. He goes for the second hit. Doesn't get it.
I like the idea. He was trying to get the spike before and just commit to sealing out if he went for the side B too quick. But he got Light on that in one of their singles matches back when they played before. So maybe it was buried in the back of Light's mind. He's very good at adapting to it. But this time he's going to get it. I like Ralphie's idea. He's been going for these suicides to eliminate the stock because Light's just that dangerous. He's like, you know what? If I have the chance to make sure you die, I'm going to take it.
And especially while LingLing is sitting with the reserve stock. He's sitting at 108, but if he can hold that stock even longer, that means that blue team can afford to go for these suicide plays. These really risky gambits pay off dividends for them because they have that reserve. And Don trying again, but Ralphie's got the tech. He's coming back to stage, but tons of hits are being thrown on the left-hand side of the stage.
Yeah, I don't know how Ralphie managed to make that back, because he it was just benefited enough from enough hitboxes to push him back on stage. Because Light was trying to smack him, John tried to jab him, and he was in just a free fall position, but still managed to make it back. And Ling with the excellent save. Ling does a great job of, if you're out of jumps, he will go off there and get you. But Ling also going to lose stock, and just like that, we're at a 1v1 situation.
And it's looking like a very clean one at that. LingLing just coming off the spawn platform, and Don only taking 16% while he managed to clean up the field.
Now, LingLing very adept in the Mario matchup. He has extensive practice against a lot of the Marios that we had around here. He has gone toe-to-toe with Wizzy. I believe they're even in sets. I want to say even. But for the most part, I like what Don's doing. It's like, you know what? I can't commit because LingLing's playing patient, so I'm just going to throw all these fireballs. Just like, kind of, maybe I can frustrate you into coming into me. But LingLing now getting stage positioning and forcing Don into weird, trying to force himself to get back on stage.
And not able to get the down air to forward air follow-ups that we normally see from Peaches, but he is given enough room to be able to forward air at the ledge, and the turnip snipes the jump. And that's going to be that for game one.
I'm not sure. I think he might have actually clipped his jump with that fair on the side, because I think he was trying to jump to ledge, and LingLing with the extensive knowledge there, knowing that he could hit him on the side of the ledge with that fair, because I didn't think that you could do that.
No, yeah, there's a very small bit of the hitbox that lingers past that, because it's more lateral than it looks. You would think that it's hook-shaped like the animation, but it's a very strange move. Nonetheless,
Thank you, Sakurai.
Excellent knowledge from LingLing coming into that. Game 2's bringing us to Town and City, and we got people moving and getting hit right off the bat. I feel like that's going to be a consistent trend as we move forward in this set.
I think that something we're going to see regularly as well is we're going to see more of that. Just go for it all when you can against light plays. Like, it worked out for them in that last game, going for those suicide kills and kind of going for like, okay, I'm going to take some damage, but as long as I can put some pressure on them, we're okay. And everybody playing off stage right now, everybody spent about a good 10 seconds over there. Nobody died for it, but...
Everyone built up plenty of damage trying to gimp each other, but ultimately no one gathering anything more than just Ralphie controlling center stage and being able to chase both members of Green Team really well while LingLing gets his feet back on terra firma.
And just like K3H earlier, Don saving Light with that fair, pushing him back in center stage, getting a little bit more leash on life, but this neutral B will take this out. Very smart on Ralphie, noticing he got a little overcommittal with an aggressive option and just stuffing it out. It's like, you know what? This is very unexpected. You probably don't see this neutral B coming. And it's those type of options that are very necessary. Nice weight on that tech in place, though. And
amazing reversal from Light. Gets himself out of a very clean situation. Ling ended up missing his nair to try and close out the stock, so he tried to go for a secondary option, but it's that very option that Light knew was going to end up being LingLing's disaster. And even with the tech on the stage, everyone's coming back, except for Ralphie, just a little bit too low to clip to the ledge, and Light just escaping out of every situation.
Yeah, Light, like, had, Ling went and stayed purposely off stage. You know, hey, how to even a matchup in the span of 5 seconds?
Just a conveyor belt of pirouettes to kill things.
Grab into twirl, looking just lit af, just smooth up smashes, and just like that, back to dead even game. I love the way that both teams have been playing so far. Like, any time that there's been dominance on one end, it's been immediately followed up with the other end answering. Like, nobody has had an extensive lead for the most part in these sets that they've played.
And it even goes to show in the percentages right now in the stock counts. We're looking at a very even game. Stage control has maintained in no one's favor, but we see the first stock dropped, and like...
Yeah, he was waiting for... I think he was either delayed maybe by mashing it too quick or trying to wait for proper stage positioning. Wow, that ended up working against the blue team there. A little bit too long on holding for the grab there. That was smart. You don't see a lot of people do that. You saw what Ralphie did there, right? Where he immediately ran to the side so he can keep them from going to try and pressure Ling's regrab.
Yup.
Like, it's the little things like that that keep you in these matches, because if you don't, especially with Ling at 104 and you allow them to get over there, now all of a sudden Ling's likely to lose a stock. But never mind, he's going to eat a raw up smash, and just like that, we're looking at a very bad position for Ralphie, trying to just recovering high back on stage and eating a lot of damage in the process. Managed
to save his jump though, but forced to exhaust his limit. He's going to try and clean up these stocks as best as he can, but it's not going to be happening in this game. Game 2 clutched out very nicely by Don and Light.
Yeah, unfortunately for Ralphie, that back air sends at the perfect angle where if you don't have limit, you're not making it back. Like, you just go way too horizontal, and very, very good cleanup on Green Team's part, especially for being down. Like, there was a couple of positions there where Blue Team kind of had what looked like the much better game plan overall, and then Green Team just sealed it out. And we saw the composure that Blue Team had to just seal out those conveyor belt of stocks, as you said before.
Right.
But Green Team, for the most part, has just been getting way better team follow-ups, and I think that on a stage like Battlefield, it might be able to work out. Unfortunately for Ralphie, though, he's going to lose the stock really early there.
Yeah, this is a pivotal situation. Blue Team cannot afford to be dropping stocks like this as we're moving into Game 3, and this is the opportunity that Blue Team has to reset this bracket. You see Ralphie trying to fish for the kill on Don, and Light trying to fish for a kill on someone, but he's going to get dunked for his efforts.
Oh my god, that is super. Well, you know what? That didn't turn out too bad. That didn't turn out too bad because Light was going to be the one to lose the stock the whole time in the first place, and he still ended up losing the stock. But Don didn't end up eating stock for his troubles, except for not right there. Wow, Fair actually did not kill off the side there. Very lucky for Don. It's okay. The Nair, though, is going to take it, and Light getting juggled to no end by Ralphie right now. I like the fact that I was going to say that Don has done a great job of surviving consistently, being stock take, but LingLing seems to be regaining his focus and doing a much better job of staying alive and playing that annoying passive role. Never mind. Once again, like I said, if I compliment anyone, they die.
They get eaten up just like that. However, the stock count, it's looking a bit tenuous right now. We see that Ralphie is looking a bit worse for wear, and Light is hot on his tails looking to close out the stock. And Light fresh on his last, however. Don looking at an early stock, 42 in counting. And even though we haven't seen this as a consistent trend, Green Team seems to be holding the stage rather well. They're constantly forcing LingLing onto the platforms, and Ralphie recovering to the stage over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, just like that, we're at a 3-3 match where LingLing is all of a sudden he's forced into a situation where he needs to hold on to these stocks as long as possible, because Green Team has just not let Blue Team set up shop. It's like they've been smothering them as much as possible because they have the better simplicity tools. You don't have to worry about getting the charge on the limit. You don't have to worry about getting the flow cancels. And that was very smart. Like, you saw when he went for the rising up air on his recovery instead to get himself what looked like a disadvantaged situation and seal a stock for it.
Fantastic positioning from LingLing allows them to clean up that stock, force the stock share while Don sitting at 155. Blue Team is right on the cusp of this bracket reset. They just need to continue the pressure as things sit at a dead even right now, even with the pressure rising.
Yeah, just like, you know, this is the last thing on life, and all of a sudden, Light get rid of Ralphie, and they're forced into a 2v1 situation with Don and Light on the 2v1 side. Don is at 174%, so a straight hitbox can pretty much seal it out. But right now, he's going to eat the fair, and that's going to be it. And Light and Don are going to take doubles at Onslaught 100 over Ling and Ralphie.
A very impressive performance throughout that grand final set. Things staying fairly even, but right when it mattered most, Don and Light brought themselves together.